Hi everyone, this is Lisa. This is an update to my craft room. I would have had it up sooner, but I was waiting for my husband to do a couple of things which he has not been able to get to yet. So I decided to go ahead and do the update anyway, since a whole week I think has gone by since I said I was going to do an update. So here it is. This is how I would enter from the rest of my house. And do a quick little sweep here without making you dizzy, I hope. And then I will talk about some things that I've done a little different. So there's the newly painted walls and the new floors. I'm loving it. Door leading outside. This area over here, let me back up. Oops, that's my pantry area peeking through over there. Well, it also leads to the guest bathroom. So this area over here is actually temporary, and it houses, as you can see, my Cricut cartridges and craft books and storage. Things that I don't think are all that sightly. Well, the cartridges look alright, but that down there I would like to have more out of sight. And there's my Imagine and my Cricut Create. But over here, and it's going to be a couple of months. That's what I got up there. We have ordered base cabinets with a countertop and wall cabinets, so I'm really excited about that. And then some shelves are going under the wall cabinets made specifically to house my cartridges. And then I will be able to put my Cricuts on top of the counter and then hide all that and then some in the cabinet. So I am very, very excited about that. And then I'm going to come around to this other area. So there's where my expression is right now, but it will be on the counter with the Imagine. And I'm not sure if the Create will be there or if I'm going to stick it back in this this little cabinet unit right here that I bought from Michael's a while ago. Because I kind of would like that area more open, but I don't know where else I would put that, so it may be staying there. And then my paper is pretty much in the same spot it was in before. It was just at the end of a different cabinet unit, or not cabinets, but shelving. And then over here, I love how neat this area looks. That's what I'm working toward, trying to make everything look appealing to the eye and as neat as possible, which is tricky when you're like me. I like to have everything in sight so I can see what I have. I usually open up my packages because I figure if I just stick them in a drawer or something, then they will get forgotten and I won't use them. I'm more likely to use things if you know, they're open up and close at hand. So all my papers are kind of well, I try to keep my papers as close as possible so they're not all over, but they're in a few places. So I already showed you my Stampin' Up! Cardstock. It's all right there. And then I've got a bunch of papers there that I've showed you. Pattern papers, and the solids are right there from a different company. They're not my Stampin' Up! Ones. And then one shelf is housing my 12 by 12 Cricut mats, and the Gypsy hangs out right there, and it's little cases in one of those little cubbies somewhere. But then I have more paper over here. My K and Companies and Die Cuts with a View papers. My catalogs are right there. I love the new catalog and the new things we have in there. My card, well actually they're my card, Cricut, and mostly cards and Cricut books in there, but I have some other ones in there too. Card making books. Some Martha Stewart punches down here in this basket. I just have a few. Most of my punches are Stampin' Up. And this is just, you know, some different materials, hodgepodge, Mod Podge, some transferring, well, what do you call them? Well, transfers onto fabric. Some Fix-A-Tin and different things that I would need. Acetate, you know. I won't show you inside of every drawer and container because I don't know, that might bore you and the video would take too long. Let's see what else is in this area. Some more papers down there. I'm just getting into Tim Holtz. Yes, people, I do use other products. I use a lot of Stampin' Up, of course, being a demonstrator, and I became a demonstrator because I do like a whole lot of their products. Love the cardstock, love the inks, and I love the new ink pads even better. Those are my two favorite things, but I also love the papers and the stamps. I mean, obviously, if I want those patterns or designs, I can't get them anywhere else. So, all that being said, I do use other things, obviously. But yeah, this shelf has a few Tim Holtz things on it that I have. I have one paper pack. See, I told you. I don't have a lot of Tim Holtz stuff. And let's see, I have a couple of dies that I haven't even used yet. I waited a long time to get this one, and I haven't used it. And then that one. Well, the only two I have, and I have one Tim Holtz stamp set somewhere. And then this is the grunge board. And some inks, the few inks I have. And actually, thought I had 6. I guess I only have 5. And then I have some paint stashed in a different part of the room. So, anyway, this is what I did different. In the last video, if you watched it, you would have seen that this area was higher. I had my counter height workstation in the middle of the room. And I decided, since I give workshops at my house sometimes, that it would be hard for people to see what was going on if they were sitting at either one of the desk areas that was lower than the counter height workstation. So I switched them around. I put my 2 desk level workstations here, and I actually like it. To me, the room seems more open. Well, that's one of the reasons. Also putting in new flooring and fresh paint. Fresh paint does amazing things. So, and then the 2 higher counter height stations are over there, and I like that. And my old Stampin' Up punches are still on the door. I'm hoping that when we get the new cabinets in, I'll have somewhere else to put them, because that thing is really heavy, and I think it's tweaking the door, to be honest. And then there's the window where one of the desks were. Now it's just all storage. More storage. Let's see. Yeah, more paper. As you can see, I have more paper than I can probably use in a lifetime. Here I have all my textured impression folders are in here. My sizzlets are in here. And some of my dies, big shot dies, are in here. Let's see. And then these are the bigger ones, the extra large. we are at this. I was trying to find one of our new ones to show you. What is this? I haven't even opened this thing yet. No, that's just a clear, one of our clear ones. It's not new, I don't think. We already have that one. And then these, I just love these. My framelets and edgelets are all back here. So easy reach, right out in the open. And for now, they just stay in this little, what is this? Little basket thing. Actually used to be in my motorhome, but it works for that for now. I wouldn't say it's the cutest thing, but oh well. I have some flowers in that container right there. I have flowers in different places, actually. And here, all my Stampin' Up! Stamps that are presently in the catalog. I've taken all my older ones and put them somewhere else. One of our new punches. Love it, love it, love it. And until I figure out something somewhere better for these to go, these are my glitters, some of my glitters and embossing powders and things like that. And though they're not very cute, I prefer to put them in these nice big, these square containers, because I can throw a plastic spoon in there and do all my, you know, embossing and glitter shaking inside the container, and then the excess just goes back in the container. So no waste. Down here, let's see. Well, let's see what we have here. These are my dies and embosslets. I think they're Stampin' Up. Yes, a few. Oh, and there's a bigger die. My flower one. One of these days I'll get something neater. Let's see what's in here. Oh, some miscellaneous embellishments. And I've got Recollection Bling in here. Love all these swirlies and pretty, all this beautiful bling in that box. Oh, some nestabilities in there. I'm not going to open that, but I have a few in there. That's something else I have to figure out, a better way to store it. And I've seen some pretty cool notebooks with the metal dies. I kind of like it. I just haven't bothered to make one yet. Let's see, I have some pearls in there. More flowers in here. These are the Recollection flowers, are all in there. And then here is my everything related to my glue gun, which is very old. That thing is probably as old as my youngest daughter, who will be 23 in July. So, but it still works. So there are the rest of my dies from Stampin' Up. My cutters. Let's see what else. Oh, some more glitters and things stashed in there. More paper. That's like scraps, actually, those two shelves, and some Stampin' Up papers that have been retired. This is where my new Stampin' Up stuff is. Those are my solids, are all here. And I love these. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. These memory keepers. I mean, they look at the shelf, just looks so neat instead of having, you know, papers all uneven and messy looking in there. And I can put my scraps in the same package with my paper, so I really like it. Now if I can just come up with a better system for my 8.5 by 11, I'll be a happy woman. So some more Stampin' Up stuff. There's my little embellishment holder there. And my ATG guns. let's see, all my new papers. These are the new designer series papers in here. So there's Comfort Cafe, Twitter painted, and there you can see I have some scraps in there with it. Haven't opened this one yet, but soon. And I have a pack that's on my table that's not in there. And this is one of our new Simply Scrapping kits. Down there are some retired Simply Scrapping kits and papers. And then here, as you can see, I've labeled some of these, but it's not really working very well on the cloth. But I have a ton of retired stamps that I refuse to part with because I absolutely love them. So those are my retired wood stamps. And that one's overstuffed. And I actually have some more somewhere else, but those are like a huge box. Those are the ones that I want close by. These are just a few of the current stamps. I love wood stamps, but I have been buying more of the clear mount. One, because of price, and then look how easy it is to store them. Then I have a few of the new wood mount stamps right there. But I like the wood mount because, you know, once it's mounted, you don't have to go look for a mounting block or anything like that. I mean, they both have their advantages and disadvantages. It's obviously easier to see where you're placing things with the clear mount stamps, and they're less expensive than the wood mount. There's my ribbons. So there's that, but with the wood mount, you know, it's always mounted, and I don't know. I just kind of like the feel of stamping with wood mount stamps. I don't know what that is, just a weird thing, I guess. And then here I have some retired clear mount stamps, Stampin' Up! Ones, which I will not part with these either. Love my stamps. And down there, my first order of Wild Orchid Craft flowers. I might do a video of those or not. I don't know. I haven't decided if I should do a haul video or not. And I gotta find somewhere to put them, somewhere prettier than this box. But they're very pretty. So there's that. And then these are all things that I need close at hand. My tiny little punches, my acrylic clear stamp mounts, or blocks, what am I saying? The blocks. A watercolor paper, my blender pens, those are the new ones. I have the older ones somewhere else. Let's see, old Build-A-Brad shimmer paints. Miscellaneous stuff like that. And then these things are used all the time, so they need to be right there. Like for just about every project, like, you know, that's used for everything. So, and this is our first, this is where I will be doing most of my videotaping. There's my stand. I got this cool little, this is a mic stand actually. And I bought this cool little, I can't think this morning, attachment from Best Buy actually, and it's for mounting your camera on. So now I can get my camera right over my workspace. And it was under $10. It was $9 something. So pretty cool. I think it's called a camera mount, but I'm not sure. So if any of you need one, Best Buy is where I got that one from. And there's all my wonderful stamp pads, all my classic inks. I might have one craft ink on here, and it's white. Yeah, one Whisper White. my inkers. So again, something that I have to have right next to me because I use it a lot. Oops. Then in here is another, this is stuff that I use for every project. You know, I've got my adhesives in there, my wipes, and my stamp and scrub pads are down in there. So it's right next to my workstation. Then my ribbons, some of my more ribbons. And here are my coping markers. Obviously, that's what that says. And this is a test paper. But for now, they are in these wonderful bags. And I could take them anywhere in the house. You know, so I kind of like that as much as I would like them in a nice little shelf close to my workstation. It's okay that they're in there. At least they're somewhere neat. And then I have my Stampin' Up! Embellishments in here in this box. I think this. And then some more gel pens and markers that, I mean, this is all stuff I had before I started Stampin' Up! And some more embellishments. This is stuff related to my video camera is all in there. Some clear mount stamps in here. Only because I haven't come up with a better way of organizing them. I know there's better ways to organize them so that I don't have to, you know, so that they're easier to browse through when I'm trying to find something. And then here we have some 3D stickers and die cuts and just miscellaneous embellishments in here. So obviously I can't have everything right where I can see it. I try to have at least the stuff that I use a lot where I can see it. And then other things, you know, tucked away in something like these little cloth drawers so that everything looks neat. So here are my Stampin' Up! Markers, my Stampin' Right markers. And then some flowers and beads I just put in there. And then here we have the other counter height workstation. And up here, that was one of the things that was supposed to be done before I showed you the update. My husband's supposed to be mounting a flat screen up there, and then I can swivel it around and use it as a monitor as I videotape from over there. Because the plan is that we will hook it up to some kind of wireless thing so that it works. We'll see how that turns out. I mean, that's his area of expertise, so I'm just looking forward to it and to be able to see what I'm doing while I'm doing it, and hopefully it won't go off camera as much as I do, if you know what I mean. So let's see, what do we have over here? I have, and I haven't labeled any of these, a ton of chipboard and tape that I just bought because I finally ran out. I have my, oh my goodness, I have my Your Story. I couldn't think there. And then not everything, but you know, some of the things that are for that. This is actually for Bind It All. I bought it from Tuesday Morning, or yeah, Bind It All is Zutter, I think. I'm hoping, I believe they work with the Your Story. And then in here I've got shadow boxes, some Your Story books, albums. And what's down here? Some more shadow boxes, some candles for altering or decorating. I don't know about altering them, but some more albums for the Your Story. And I'm not sure what's in those containers. Let's see. Oh, some old acrylic blocks and inks. More inks. I really don't use any of those since I started getting my Stampin' Up! Inks. And then, we're almost done, people. Behind there's a mess. It's kind of my husband's office / storage room, but we're hoping to get that room in order soon. And then over here, I've got my fabrics, yarns, some things over here for decorating. Bunch of down here, I've got my tiles for decorating, some flowers, a container full of a bunch of cards I've made, a very ugly and old sewing box. I'm going to replace that. And then this was an old set of, there were cards in here. I think, what did I put in here? Oh, some old X-Acto knives. I haven't decided what to do with that. It's just a spare, I guess. I have my Stampin' Up! One that I use all the time now. This is Insulate for making pot holders. My FOF is hiding under that. This doesn't actually go with the FOF, but I covered it with that anyway. It came with my Singer sewing machine. And then that's the sliding door to the outside, which I won't show you now because it's a mess from things that we took out of the house when we were painting or getting ready to paint and put the new floors in and things. So over here, eventually I will fix this area too. It will be my sewing area. Right now it just looks boring and, you know, not all that attractive, but I can't afford any of the sewing tables that I want right now, so that's what it looks like. I'm either going to get one of those really nice sewing tables where you can lower your sewing machine and close it up and then you have some counter space, or an armoire. I haven't really decided yet. And then this is the laundry area. In the other video, I definitely didn't want to show you that because it was awful. Right now I have deep freezer there. That'll be moved, and we're going to put another counter height cabinets and wall cabinets will be over there. But I think I said already it'll be a couple of months before those are in because we have to make payments, installments. You know, it's all about the budget. So I think that's everything. This video is probably a lot longer than I was planning. And I may have left a couple of things out that I didn't point out, but anyway. So it's getting there. I'm very excited. I love the just being in the space more now. There are some areas that to me look a bit cluttered that I would like to improve upon, but for the most part it's getting to the point where it works for me. So I hope you enjoyed this update. The next one should be not for another couple of months. I really wanted to do everything at once. I didn't want to keep doing updates, but I'm excited about the new cabinets, so Lord willing, that will happen, and then I can show that. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.